if you're in your late teens and your early 20s, this is the time in your life where you shape the rest of your life. Please, for the love of God, take an active part in it. What's up, world? Dream Antics back with another video for y'all today. And this video is very different than the content I've been uploading to this point. But it still falls within the realm of the kind of content I want to create and what's important to me. So up to this point, I've been more centered around gaming, but that's not why I started content creation. I started content creation for videos like this here that I'm about to make. So if you couldn't tell from the title of the video, this video is all about the lessons I've been learning as a 20-something year old living on his own. You know, you go all over YouTube and you see videos from people in like their 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on, talking about the lessons that they learned, or at least the things they wish they knew in their 20s. And then basically making that video for people in their late teens and early 20s to watch, which is great. I love those kinds of videos. But the thing I've come to understand is that young people don't like to listen to what older people have to say, regardless of the fact that older people at some point in their life were 19, 20, 21 years old, so on and so forth. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to make this video as I'm learning these lessons and share them with you guys, and see what you guys think, see how you guys feel about it. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. This is the work of a young man with no other options. So we're just gonna pretend like that's not there. I should probably paint that black. Anyways, so like I was saying, so I've been living on my own for the last 2 years, and there are some major lessons that I've been learning since then, and maybe they can help you as much as they've been helping me. So the first thing I want to get into today: your mind is your greatest asset and your own worst enemy. We are all dictated by a wrinkly organ up here called the brain. Okay, the brain is capable of some amazing things. Imagination. It's capable of coming up with complex ideas, allowing you the ability to collaborate with other organisms that also have brains. You know what I mean? But it also has its negative side effects. Since your brain creates your reality, it allows you to touch, it allows you to see, it allows you to hear, it allows you to think your very thoughts. A lot of those negative emotions and feelings that you have are rooted in how you feel about yourself. And a lot of those feelings can limit your growth if you do not address them. So please, for the love of God, please work on understanding yourself. Work on understanding your brain, because you're going to tell yourself you're going to fail way before you ever try anything if you keep listening to your brain. Point two: no one can live your life for you. It sucks. That absolutely sucks. I know. You know how much I wish I could just go on autopilot and give somebody the game controller and they just dictate all of my life actions for me? No, I don't want that, actually. That would be horrifying. No one can live your life for you, okay? No matter how influenced you feel like your decisions are by whatever factor or person that's in your life, at the end of the day, you still get to decide whether you get to do that thing or you get to do something else. It's way easier said than done, okay? The influence of people, particularly parents and figures we look up to, is very potent. It's very strong. But I've realized that a lot of people will go out their whole lives thinking that they need to please their parents, when in reality, our parents may think they want a specific thing for us, but really most parents anyways want us just to be happy, whether they realize that or not. So you're still in control of what you decide to do every day, or if you do anything at all. You know what I mean? So Number three, you're just as responsible for the bad things you do as you are for the good things. And I'm not talking about bad things as in anything that's harmful physically to another person or downright criminal. Own up to your mistakes. Apologize. Be mindful of the fact that you made a mistake, because everybody makes mistakes. If you make a mistake, be accountable for said mistake. Own up to said mistake. You know what I mean? That is the only way you can grow. That is the only way you can prevent yourself from repeating that mistake and repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, because at some point it's no longer a mistake. If you do something too often, it becomes intentional. You know what I mean? So it's important that you learn accountability, and you take accountability for your actions, even the bad ones, even the unsavory ones. And that also segues into my next point. Your losses don't define you. Okay? Your failures don't define you. Like I said, barring you do something illegal or you hurt someone so bad physically or emotionally, or you outright take their life, your failures don't define you. Human beings are resilient. We can bounce back from some terrible, terrible, god awful injuries. We can bounce back from some severe cases of mental health. You know what I mean? Things like that. People bounce back from significant damages all the time. And not just that, you can bounce back from your lowest point that you're at right now. Just because things are bad today doesn't mean they're going to be bad next month, next year, in the next 10 years. Things can always get better, but they can only get better if you actively work towards them. Number 5, find your passion. Pursue said passion. You know what I mean? Find something, whether it be a passion, a hobby, a new skill, anything of the like, that you enjoy doing so much that it leaves you feeling gratified. Whether you learn how to play an instrument, whether you pick up reading, whether you pick up a martial art, whether you start working out, whether you start creating content, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it matters to you. As long as it's something you enjoy, go for it. You'll be better off for it. The thing I've learned about having hobbies and having passions is that it leaves you feeling more well-rounded, because far too often we focus so much on, going to work or going to school and not leaving any time for us to figure out who we are, that we end up feeling miserable. And it gets to the point where you're no longer living, you're just surviving. So please, find your passions. It'll keep you well-rounded. It'll keep you happy. I think this is going to be the one that's going to trigger some people, truthfully. I can already hear the comments. You don't know a goddamn thing. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Forgive your parents. Please, for the love of everything, forgive your parents. And if you simply cannot forgive your parents for whatever reason, learn from their mistakes. At the end of the day, they're people just like we are. They made their mistakes. Some are more accepting of those mistakes, others are not. Most of the time, parents are just doing the best with what they have. You know what I mean? There's no manual to raising kids. There's no manual to living life. So please, if you have the possibility, please forgive your parents. Please learn from your parents. The alternative is you never forgive your parents. You never understand their mistakes. And then you go on to repeat those mistakes. At the end of the day, everybody's going to make mistakes when raising children. You know what I mean? And even if you don't plan to have kids, still forgive your parents. You're going to be better off for it. You're going to feel more fulfilled for it. You're going to be able to lead your life the way you want to if you stop holding a grudge against the people that brought you into this world, for better or for worse. And that also leads into number 7. Address your suppressed emotions / insecurities. And I know there's going to be somebody watching this video that's like, oh, I don't have any insecurities. I don't have any suppressed emotions. Fuck you. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Whether you choose to accept it or not, if you are an organism with bilateral symmetry that is bipedal, that stands upright, that has a wrinkly brain and little to no hair on their body, you have emotions. And they are some very complex emotions. They are an array of emotions. So please, for the love of God, take the time to address them, particularly the ones you develop growing up, because we experience a lot of emotions as children. You know what I mean? And our brains are still developing to the point where we can't process them properly. Shit, if you're in your early 20s or late teens, you still can't process your emotions. If you're a man, your brain doesn't stop developing until about 25, some sooner, some later. Please, for the love of God, that is one of the things that can inhibit your growth the most. And then this also leads into number 8. Show up for yourself. Show up for yourself, meaning do whatever the hell it takes to find your happiness, to find your peace, because at the end of the day, you're going to be alive for a certain amount of time, a certain amount of years, and you may be doing what you think you need to do, but then you get to your deathbed. And one of the biggest regrets I hear just doing research and knowing some people that have passed, one of the biggest regrets they have when they are on their deathbed is, I did not live my life the way I wanted to. We have no idea if this is the only life we get to live. But if it is, why the hell would we not prioritize being happy? It's hard, it's easier said than done. You know, there's a lot of life occurrences that happen that make that damn near impossible. But if you're in your early 20s now, chances are you'll have a much easier time figuring that out than you will when you're 30, 40, or 50 years old. You know what I mean? And one of the best ways you can show up for yourself is by number 9, adopting a routine. This is very easy for me to say. I'm still working on this. Like I said, these are all still things I'm working on, things I'm actively learning. You know what I mean? But adopting a routine. This is going to potentially be a very controversial subject I cover right now. But 20-year-olds are not invincible. We have this concept in our minds that we're Superman or Superwoman, and that we can run off of 30-minute power naps, Red Bulls, and half-eaten crackers, and we'll be fine. You're fine right now. That shit's going to catch up with you when you're in your 30s and 40s and so on. Please find a sleep schedule. And I know that's easier said than done. Society in its current state makes it damn near impossible to have a sleep schedule. Shit. My sleep schedule is non-existent. But you know what? Your body's going to thank you in the next 5, 10, 15 years if you prioritize sleep. You're supposed to spend a third of your life sleeping. You know what I mean? Why not make it quality? It's extremely important. Every organism on this planet needs 2 things. They need some sort of energy intake, whether that be food or photosynthesis, and sleep. Some sort of cycle that they shut down their bodies and recoup and recover for the next whatever period of time they'll be awake. So please, learn how to sleep. Learn how to clean up after yourself. Learn how to be on time, whether that be to class, whether that be to work, whether that be to anything, even for your passions. If you're a content creator, learn how to give yourself a schedule. I'm going to work on this video from this time to this time. I'm going to edit from this time to this time. I'm going to hopefully get this video posted around this time. You know, there's a lot of life circumstances that happen, but if you get yourself on a routine, you're going to find out it's a lot more manageable than you think. I've been learning that. And then that finally leaves us with number 10. Learn to tell yourself no. Whether that be with going out with friends frequently, whether that be spending money you don't have, whether that be, oh, I'm going to stay up and watch this 2.5-hour YouTube video of this dude playing Spider-Man, and then I'm going to stay up until 3 in the morning, and then when I know I have work at 8:30 in the morning, learn to tell yourself no. Discipline. This is something I struggled with growing up. I was lazy. I was always intelligent. I was always smart. I was always creative, imaginative. I was lazy as fuck. Okay? That's not a good trait to have at all. Definitely not as a person. Definitely not as an adult. Definitely not as a man. Learn to tell yourself no. Learn to discipline yourself, especially when it comes to money. You know what I mean? I don't think money makes the world go round, but the unfortunate truth is you need money to do damn near anything in this life. So learn how to save it. Learn how to be frugal with it in a way, and learn how to tell yourself no, I can't go out tonight. But find a bargain. Hey, I can't go out tonight, but maybe I can go out on Saturday night when I know I don't have any obligations. Or hey, I can't watch this video right now, but when I get home from school or home from work tomorrow, then I'll watch this video. Or hey, you know, I don't have the money for this right now, but maybe within my next paycheck or my next two paychecks, I'll be able to buy this thing. Learning how to tell yourself no will probably do far more for you than you ever think. But, anyways, I've rambled on far, far too long. This is just a video I've been itching to make, something that I think is very important for a lot of people, especially people in my age group. If you found this video insightful, please leave a comment. Tell me some things you like. Tell me some things you think I should work on. Maybe leave a sub. I do hope to make more videos like this. Maybe I'll make this into a series. Hopefully, I plan to start a podcast. That's something I have planned along the pipeline. But if you're in your late teens and your early 20s, this is the time in your life where you shape the rest of your life. Please, for the love of God, take an active part in it. And who knows, you'll be able to live the life that you dream of for yourself. Anyways, I've been yapping on here for far too long. I'm going to get going. This has been Dreamantics, signing off. Until next time, keep dreaming.